Hey everyone, the message for today is really simple. Constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is the best piece of advice I can give anybody from the ages of 13 to about 26, or honestly 13 to about 30, but really the target market for this particular message is 13 to about 23, 24. And the reason why is around this age, especially, as you become a teenager and you start to think for yourself, is you formulate, opinions and ideas based on your personal experience or what you see. And as you continue to get older, you start to create your own way, your own path. And you may, achieve a certain level of success, or you may fail. And the one thing I think youth, really need is to trust somebody who's giving it to them first and foremost. But more importantly, I think it's very important to trust people and to learn and try not to internalize things when people are giving you, advice. Because to be honest with you, in 2019, we struggle with constructive criticism because we really cannot handle the God honest truth about ourselves. And we kid ourselves and we play these games and we hide behind, underneath the rock, and we want to do it our way because we have some type of success, or, we just feel like the way we're doing it is the only way. I've heard it so many times before from my parents or so on and so forth. And I got it figured out. But I can't stress to you enough that constructive criticism is the best piece of advice that I can give any youth or adolescent or teenager or a person in college in obtaining their personal and professional goals. And what I mean by that is sometimes we don't always have the answer. And we have a tendency to get in defense mode when people call us out because it's not always what we want to hear. And we as a generation struggle with being held accountable to our own things when someone else tells us. Because guess what? Again, it goes back to trust first and foremost of who are you getting it from. But at the same time, maybe they see something that you don't see. And I want to make that clear, and I'm going to reiterate that again. Maybe they see something in you. Maybe they see something on the outside that you can't see in the now, right? You ever, I'll talk about athletes. You ever go back to a youth, sporting event and you look at the game and it looks so easy? Like, I wish I would have known to do this when I was that age because it's so much easier. You go to a youth basketball game and the lane is always open, but when you were younger, you never could see it that way, right? Or you go to a youth football game and you take a toss or you make a tackle, and I'm like, why did I make every play? Because it's just so much easier, right? And that's basically, what someone with wisdom is giving you, is that they've been there before, right? And they're showing you, or they're telling you something from a different lens so that you can actually do better within the moment. But sometimes we get in our own way because we can't handle the truth, or more importantly, we don't want to listen to it. We shun it out. We got it. Don't worry about it. Okay, I hear you. Yes, I feel you. And I think the biggest thing is when you have success on your own, so to speak, that you really tend to not take constructive criticism well because you got it figured out, because you made it. You self-made. And there's nothing wrong with being self-made, but everybody needs some type of help. Everybody needs another set of eyes. That's why when you coach, there's not only one coach on a team. There's 3 or 4. In a football game, you have coaches on the field and you have coaches in the press box. Why? Because they see things from a different lens than we do on field view. In baseball, in basketball, right? There's assistant coaches. Maybe the assistant coach sees something that the head coach does not see, right? So you need other sets of eyes to help you and for all of us to achieve the same common goal. And that's for you to have your personal and your professional goals and be successful. But we have to learn how to take constructive criticism. And that's the way you are going to be able to be successful in anything that you want to do. But we have to find it within ourselves to hold ourselves accountable, right? And yes, it's hard, but I got news for you. As you get older, being happy is work. Being successful is work. At some point in time, as you continue to get older, the playing ground, the level of play starts to even out when everybody's on the same level. And your skill set or your talent, or you being fast, or you being big, or you being strong doesn't really matter. Now the fundamentals and the techniques start to come into play. So I'm challenging each and every one of you, again, from the ages of 13 to about 24 to 25, to take constructive criticism from the people that's giving it to you. Because I guarantee you, if you will be successful. And you internalize that, it will get you to step C instead of you learning on your own sometimes the hard way, and now you're in a rut. Make sure you continue living your purpose. Constructive criticism is the key to being successful in 2019. Do whatever it takes.